Let's get real for a minute. Are you tired of feeling like you're not in control? Do you ever wish you had a little instruction manual for dealing with people and navigating this crazy world? Well, guess what? You're holding part of it right now. Psychology isn't just for stuffy old professors in tweed jackets. Or for people with big, dramatic problems. It's for you. It's for me. It's about understanding what makes people tick. And more importantly, what makes you tick. We're going to talk about some simple, common-sense tricks that can change the game for you. Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, or even when you're trying to get through the checkout line without losing your mind. Now, I'm not talking about manipulation or playing head games. I'm talking about getting authentic results. It's about communicating better, building stronger connections, making your life a whole lot smoother. Think about it. How many times have you walked away from a conversation wishing you'd said something different? These little adjustments we're about to discuss are like social superglue. They help you connect with people on a deeper level, making them feel heard and understood. And when people feel understood, they're a whole lot more likely to want to help you out and be on your team. This isn't rocket science, folks. It's people science. It's about being smart and intentional in your interactions. Life is tough enough without making it harder on yourself. By learning a few basic principles of how the human mind works, you're not cheating. You're leveling the playing field. So I want you to open your mind right now. We're going to break it down into bite-sized, easy-to-use strategies you can start using today. Are you ready to stop being a passenger and start being the driver of your own life? First up, let's talk about the simple act of nodding. You might think it just means yes, but it's so much more powerful than that. When you're listening to someone and you nod along as they speak, you're sending a powerful subconscious signal. You're telling them, I'm with you. Next, let's talk about the power of silence. After you ask someone a question, especially an important one, just be quiet. Most people are so uncomfortable with a pause in conversation that they will rush to fill it. This often means they'll give you a more detailed, more honest answer than they originally planned. Here's another one. The Ben Franklin effect. The story goes that Ben Franklin once asked to borrow a rare book from a man who didn't like him. The man, surprised, agreed. After that, their relationship completely changed for the better. The psychology here is simple. We justify our actions to ourselves. If someone does you a favor, finally, let's look at the power of praise, but with a twist. Don't just praise the person, praise them to someone else when they can overhear it. Now let's dive into something called mirroring. This is a subtle but incredibly effective way to build rapport with someone. All you have to do is subtly copy their body language. If they lean forward, you lean forward a few moments later. If they cross their arms, you cross yours. If they use a certain hand gesture, you can incorporate a similar one into your own conversation. Let's talk about names. A person's name is, to that person, the sweetest and most important sound in any language. So many of us are terrible with names, but it's a skill you need to work on. When you meet someone, make an effort to remember their name. Then use it. Use it when you greet them. Use it when you say goodbye. Another powerful trick is related to how you state your requests. Instead of saying, "Can you do this for me?" try framing it with the word "because." Studies have shown that people are much more likely to comply with a request if you give them a reason, even if the reason is completely obvious. Let's also consider eye contact. When you first meet someone, make a conscious effort to notice the color of their eyes. Just the act of looking long enough to register their eye color creates the perfect amount of eye contact. It makes you appear more confident, trustworthy, and sincere. It's that little extra moment of looking that says, I see you, I'm paying attention to you. Let's talk about negotiation. And I don't just mean for a car or a house. Life is full of negotiations. This first technique is called the door in the face. It's where you start by making a large, even unreasonable request that you fully expect the other person to turn down. For example, you ask your teenager to clean the entire garage. Then you follow up with your real, smaller request. Okay, well, can you at least take out the trash and recycling? On the flip side, you have the foot in the door technique. You start with a very small, easy-to-agree-to request. Once the person has said yes to that initial small thing, they are much more likely to agree to a larger, related request later on. For instance, You might ask a neighbor to keep an eye on your house while you're out for an hour. A week later, you ask if they could water your plants while you're on vacation for a week. Now, think about how you ask for things. The words you choose matter. Instead of making a statement like, "I need your help," try phrasing it as a question that empowers the other person. "I'm in a tough spot. Do you think you could help me?" Let's apply this to group settings. If you need a group to make a decision, don't just throw the question out to everyone at once. Instead, get one or two key people on your side first, individually. When you present your idea, those people will back you up. This creates social proof, and others will be much more likely to follow suit. Here's a weird one, but stick with me. If you're feeling nervous before a big event, like a presentation or a job interview, try chewing gum, because our brains are wired in a very primal way. The act of eating or chewing signals to your brain that you must not be in danger. Think about it. If a lion were chasing you, you wouldn't stop for a snack. So, when you're chewing, your brain gets the message, everything is okay, I'm safe. Another powerful and often overlooked tool is the power of touch. I'm talking about a simple, brief, non-threatening touch on the arm or shoulder. For example, a waiter who lightly touches a customer's arm when giving them the check tends to get a bigger tip. Let's talk about posture. Your body language doesn't just communicate to others, it communicates to you. Before you go into a high-stakes situation, try a power pose. Stand tall, put your hands on your hips, and lift your chin. Social psychologist Amy Cuddy's research showed that doing this can actually increase your testosterone and decrease your cortisol. You can literally change your body's chemistry and fake it till you become it. Finally, let's talk about warmth. Literal warmth. Holding something warm like a cup of hot coffee or tea can actually make you perceive others as being warmer, more generous, and more trustworthy. It works the other way too. If you want someone to feel warmly toward you, hand them a warm drink. So the next time you have an important meeting, maybe suggest grabbing a coffee first. That warm cup in their hands could subconsciously make them more open and friendly toward you and your ideas. So there you have it. 10 simple, practical, get-real strategies that you can use to change your life. This isn't magic. It's not about playing mind games. It's about being smart. I'm challenging you right now. Pick one. Just one of these tricks. Don't try to do them all at once. Pick one and commit to trying it today. See how it feels. See what happens. You have to be willing to get a little uncomfortable. That's the feeling of growth. Life won't get easier on its own. You have to be the one to make the change. So what are you waiting for? Here is your wake-up call. Get off the sidelines and get in the game. Now go out there and make it happen. The power is in your hands.